I'm going to give you a picture to look at in just a minute, but I have to start talking. I went outside, I stared at a star, I got all this transmission and got blasted. Told you that's gonna happen. Was it a star? No, it was a planet. It was fucking Venus. Right on top of my head. We gotta talk about that. I said that in my video. In order to keep up with me, you can't. I just gotta get this out, and then you can go back and see what the fuck I was talking about. Breathe. Breathe. First off, we are antennas to information. There is a crystal inside of your brain called the pineal gland. And that thing, when it activates, you can catch transmissions from this world and all other dimensions and worlds. Beyond things that you could possibly see. I've seen things that don't even exist. Really, they do. You think they don't exist because you've never seen them in this world. And that's very confusing. Anyway, so I talked about that. Talked about everything I'm about to talk about was in my previous videos leading up to this, and some bullshit that I posted. Breathe. Inside of my community page. What happened to me? Well, I told you what they said. I'm going to eat a lunch and I'm going to lay down. I went into the most deepest coma fucking ever, dude. Like, seriously. I'm trying to get out of it. It's like 4 o'clock. I can feel it. I can feel it's later. And I'm trying to get myself out of this sleep. And I'm reaching out. I'm like, get me a snickerdoodle cream pie. I can't wake up. Okay, first, now this is what I told my kids before I got on. I said, everybody close everything down. I'm cracking codes. I'm cracking codes. So I'm going to give you a bunch of codes, which are basically answers to things that I got after the fact, right? So just keep up with me, but you can't. It's just to get it all out. So that came out. And then later, again, as I'm sitting outside, I realized, what is that? What is the sugar burst? You need that sugar burst to come back in. So that goes back to Harry Potter. Whenever he was getting his soul, you know what I mean, ripped out of his body, he kept giving him sugar. He's like, here, this will make you feel better. Right? It's a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, is what I'm hearing right this moment. So I'm like, give me something sweet. And I'll tell you all the time, I don't eat sweets all fucking day. But I will wake up in the middle of the fucking night and destroy a whole pack of Oreos or something similar to it. Right? Never really question it, but it's just there, right? Anyway, so I finally get out of this fucking sleep, and I'm like, oh my god, bro. I cannot do anything right now. What just happened to me? And I remember 2 days ago when I was reading, when I was turning page, no, it was yesterday. It's all happening too fast. Sorry. When I know, I thought there was 28 days. I thought I was already in February. I go through time so fast. I thought, when I was turning through the Palladian book, I saw something that said sleep chamber. So when I came out of this I never really fully came out till right now. Come out of this fog, all I can see is my flipping of the page, the sleep chamber, in the Palladian book. It's in a few pages to come, but we're going to jump into that because they're trying to show me that's what just happened. We're going to talk about the sleep chamber. When I came out of it, the first thing that I came out about was talking about the same whole shit that I went in thinking about, which was what? I was talking shit to Marshall about his loyalty to these fucking punk-ass rappers and how these rappers are washed up. So I come out pointing out, I don't know. My thing is, Google and see how many fucking units, because that's what I was like, did the album get released? Because I heard nothing about this album, right? I'm talking about Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, which apparently I don't care, but now it's in my, I'm transmuting this information. And so when I'm doing the video earlier, hold on, I'm washing my energy. Okay. I'm like, did they didn't make no noise. There was no noise about this. And yet you're going to take them on a tour and Pac told you to fucking get away from them and they're this and that and it's like this and like that and what the fuck, yo? And like here we are in the next episode and I'm bringing this shit up. So I wake up out of my sleep and this is what my mission is. First off, go see how many units this fucking album sold. It sold a weenie amount of units for their fucking total superstar status, right? And I was like, and then they're like, look it, Russ sold more than that, and Russ looks up to them just as well. So then I was made to post that, right? Look, Russ, you're bigger than them. Okay, the next thing they did was, go look at Jonica. Please don't make me look at her. I go over there, and her of all people, when I just did all these readings about don't put your fucking, don't be all boastful and prideful and look at me. You know what I mean? So she's all celebrating that she had a million fucking streams of this little girl song. It sound, whatever. It marketed to little girls, and she's so very proud of it. But when she tried to make an actual song, they flopped. You know what I mean? Her first one went, and ever since then she's been flopping in every area of her life, all floppy. You know what I mean? But she's like, oh, but look at my great stuff, and I'm like, ugh, this bitch. And I'm reading this entire fucking post, and at no point does she give credit to the man who gave her her whole fucking identity. So I'm guided to post that. Again, I'm still in a fog. I'm just doing whatever I'm guided to do. I'm an obedient bitch, and I'm like, I don't even want to deal with this when I first fucking wake up in the fucking morning. And is it morning? No, the sun has gone down, and the bitch is coming out of her fucking coffin, and I'm like, ugh. And I'm like, where's my energy? Where's all that zest? Where's all that vibrancy that I had on my Thursday? And now I don't feel like I could get up and go to work. What's wrong with me? Is what I'm trying to put together, right? I'm trying to put all this together. I just go walk my dog and I get blasted with all this information of like what just happened in the last, I don't know, maybe an hour. And it was like, okay, first off, they're going to explain the sleep chamber. They're also trying to explain the planetary alignment that's coming in, the 6 planets. I have that. It's somewhere going to be in this Sabbath book, and we're going to use Vedic astrology to understand what these planets are coming for. Second thing that we got coming is a new moon. They wanted me to point that out. The new moon is on January 29th, which is New Year's, Chinese New Year's, right? So there's all of this stuff. Now, you have to understand these planets, what they're blasting us with, which I told you is fucking laser rays of fucking, energy and light. All of these planets are filled with all of this energy, light, and they all have a different color, and they're about to light us up, bro. So I see all of that. I catch that. And I was like, well, what the fuck is going on over here? First off, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we've been dumbing down Marshall and putting up Russ. What is that happening? What's happening there? I'm not sure. There's a healing going on right here, a huge healing and a huge awareness and a huge awakening going on, a shift of energy in the planets as these men really do represent in essence or so. So there's a huge shift in the planetary alignment, which we can call my 12 twin flames. That's happening right now too. So in this moment, I'm like, and then Russ, I was like, that's got to feel like shit. So in this moment, it's like he's knowing that feeling of being used and disregarded. Like, how could you not give him credit when he bought you everything in that room and taught you everything you know, and you're all like, I'm so glad I took a risk on myself, and it's all about me, and it's all about me, and this is just a confirmation that I need to keep going. You can't keep going without him. You weren't going nowhere without him. And then now in this moment, when everybody's supposed to be, bitch, be humble, you've got to be the loudest in the crowd. You're making him look bad. You're making everything bad like you always do. You poison the fucking tree, dude. One apple poisons the whole orchard. Realistically, Russ, did you have any heat on your entire crew until this bitch brought her energy to you? Nobody pointed. There was nothing. I know you want to say it was our awakening. Yeah, I could blame you that my whole life fell apart and blah, blah, blah. I could blame all this bullshit. That's not true. But what keeps you down, bro? So in this moment, I'm like, damn, that's fucked up, bro. How are you going to use and abuse my boy like that, bro? And as much as I feel it, I know he feels it. It's his feelings, because I don't give a shit about you, bro. I don't give a shit about you. But that's the point is, look at all of my successes, but don't look at all my failures.
Even Eminem says more of his songs are a failure.
Thank you, Eminem. Speaking of which, and, so that's happening too is, he's got to be humbled. Everybody's being humbled and healed. And then we got these fucking, you know what I mean? Oh, these bitches in the field. Anyway, so that was popped up, and I'm like, this is so stupid. You pop up with some stupid ass shit. It's always on some stupid ass shit. I wish you would just die, bitch. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, I can't control who he loves and all that. I can't control who that I even love this. I don't even want to be part of this. Fuck you, God. Fuck you, God. What is it? I made a promise. I'm gonna get you out of your hell. No, instead he wants to hold on. Just hold on. We're going home. Where the fuck is your home, bro? What the fuck have you created for yourself? If you don't fucking walk out of that bullshit. In the essence, he likes the power that, you know, it gives him. Because they're all so, you know, dependent. His dependence and shit. So that came up, and I'm like, just leave me alone. And the whole time I'm like, what's up with my body, bro? Why don't I have the physicality to go? Then my daughter tells me that she's cycling in the moon, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. As she's cycling, I was like, and I cycle right behind her, and I know that I'm catching a new moon cycle. I'm like, oh no. It's not funny. You know, you fucking assholes. I don't even want to get into that. Let me set this phone up so we can read some shit. I can teach you some shit. So all of that hit me real quick. And am I going to work? I don't know. So as soon as I woke up, I couldn't feel it. And right away, my heart tells my mind, don't be fearful. Remember what happened last week and the week before. And that's what I turned. I was like, the kids were like, are you going to work? I was like, I don't know. I feel so fucked up right now. I was like, but this is just testing my faith. God will make everything all right. He did it last week. He's testing it further and further. He can do great things. Just give me a minute. Because I couldn't figure out what the fuck day it was, what I'm doing with my life. Then again, I was just sitting on the ground smoking. The dog cried and said she had to go pee. So I took her out and I looked up at the fucking Venus and got blasted with all this energy. And I have to speak on all this shit. So, you know, I'm just an antenna to the bullshit. Who am I? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I'm your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, messenger of God, yogi, guru. All that stupid shit, dude. Really, those names are dumb as fuck. I'm the goddess. I'm the goddess. Recreated, reincarnated. Which one? Well, basically, you know, in this lifetime, I am working through all of my dark goddess sides. I already ascended in the light, so I'm ascending master. I was known as Ascending Master Isis because I did it then. Ascending Master Kanyen, did it again. You know, I'm always Ascending Master. I'm always prayed to, but the dark goddesses were always, you know, we're going through the dark times. I am here for you. Reincarnated and all that shit too. Let's get into this. Let's see. Let's give you a visual of some bullshit. I was setting up the altar and talking and everything. There was a lot going on. Okay, there's a fucking 5 planets, or 6 planets. I kept saying 5, there's 6. How many are on here, you guys? Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, Saturn, Mars. Are all of those planets coming in, bro? I think, what else? No, they had Neptune. I don't know. I'm going to try to find it in our book. Which book? Our almanac. Do you see all the blue? You're in your freaking throat chakra. Notice the colors. Notice things. We're supposed to be catching, you know what I mean? That's what they said, catching shit. Planting a seed, November. No. Till November. Hey, did you see? I posted some other shit too. They're doing ice raids. They're doing everything I saw. I didn't see them taking criminals. I don't see them as criminals. Why are they criminals here? Because they were criminals before. Because they had to... You don't give them an opportunity to get a job, so they got to find a way to live. And they learn the ways of the streets. It's not personal. It's business. I got to feed my family. You're not going to fully understand that. You couldn't possibly. What is that crazy noise?
That's a car. Interrupting their entrance.
That is the craziest. This like formula. I've never heard a noise like that. That sent a vibration straight down my spine. Open the door. I gotta hear that. What the fuck is that? Open the door. Sounds like a fucking spaceship landing.
Open the door. Move. It's their car right there. They're arriving and someone's fixing it.
It's funny how it echoes. The vibration echoes.
Someone's jumping their car.
Ew. They're fucking sucking the batteries.
It's a real...
Just put your head on that. So I'm sucking the Bible. Oh, I'm scared. Give me a break. I can't laugh right now. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna find this. I gotta go through all these cooks and crafts and posable spiders and all this other bullshit. What bones mean, casting cloths, Sahane rituals. I'm gonna tell you what I'm reading just so I can get the words out. Yule. We were in Yule. Okay, celebrating Yule, December 21st, Capricorn, Yule, Aquarius. Okay, here's where we were. We jumped into February, but we need to go back. Back, forth and forth. Good morning, beautiful. Haven't seen you in a while. Aquarius season kicks off on January 19th. What the fuck is today? The 21st, 2nd? Along with a new moon in Aquarius on January 29th. This is a powerful time to tap into unique energy of this innovative and forward-thinking zodiac sign. As we planted the seeds of intention during the celestial event, there are several meaningful ways to celebrate and align with Aquarius energy. To celebrate the new moon in Aquarius, one powerful way is to plant the seed of your intentions. This is where you're supposed to be clearing yourself out, clearing it all out. The clearing is really painful because you go through a lot of ego deaths. You're taking off all these beliefs, all these thoughts, all these plans, all these ideas. You're getting out of your mind. You're clearing your mind. You're clearing your life. You're clearing your pockets. You're clearing all all of you're clearing so that they can put something in. How often do I do this? Every fucking month. They will plant a seed in me on 29th of something to focus on. And I will put it into a play until I ground this whole idea into my ears are ringing. That's an interesting one too. Until I plant this seed on by the full moon. It'll be full and it'll be planted into the earth. And then I'll start taking off all of that. Taking off, shedding skin so that I can wear new skin. This involves reflecting on your goals and aspirations and then writing them down and creating a vision board to manifest them into reality. And that's what I'm like, you're such a dumbass bitch. You really, as much as I'm giving him shit, this bitch, look at what you've created. A whole little monster, bro. She's like, I'm going to come out here and be bigger and better. I'm going to do a whole album this year. Who the fuck's funding that, bitch? You ain't got no job. You're out here selling men's clothes. At least you're wearing your hair authentically. I will give you that. You're finally wearing black hair. I will give you credit where credit is due. And it has absolutely nothing to do with you. But yeah, that takes, you stepped out and you wore your hair. And that's who you really are. And you should be, you know what I mean, proud to be who you are. My hair isn't always the best and pretty. To be honest, when it gets so long, it's just like, I don't know. See? It just gets like that. So in essence, it doesn't really get that long. It looks pretty shitty when it gets too long. And it doesn't always look great. And, you know, I take plenty of pictures without makeup on and shit. And it's like, you just gotta be... I keep hearing all kinds of weird noises. You just gotta be okay with being you. So I'll give you that. But as far as this bullshit, you coming out here when I'm telling all these other men to fucking give it a rest, and you're like, I'm coming in. I'm gonna be the best TikTok... Who are you gonna be? You wanna be Doja Cat? You wanna be, oh my god, it's Beyonce. It's like, this is not the time, little girl. Sit down. I mean, or stand up. That's what she's thinking right now. She's got a whole vision, and she's like going to like force that vision into this world when the world is not looking at her. How far and how hard and how much energy and how much money are not only her, but her boyfriend, or maybe Marshall, or all of you going to put into trying to get people to look at you this year. That's all this is. A celebrity status is a look at me status. What is it to gain the whole wide world's vision at you and not even like what you look at, how you look to yourself? And that's Kim. She can't stand the idea of her not looking beautiful. She can't look at herself. She can't stand it. That's why she spends all that time fucking, you know what I mean, photoshopping the shit out of her pictures and shit. Like, you can't catch her not looking unbelievable because she doesn't like it. It's not that we don't. She couldn't stand not to be liked. You're creating madness in your life. I'm just saying. And that goes back to Marshall. He's like, you don't want no one to look at you, but you keep doing these look at me fucking kind of... Do you see this, Marshall? That's them. Where did they learn this shit? You. Congratulations, old man. You taught them everything you know. You taught them, you know. Oh my god. I don't know what you taught them. I don't know. I'm stepping away from this. I got enough going on in my body to worry about anybody else. So I'm like, I'm too busy living my life to even know what you are. And then God's like, go look at this. Please don't make me. Then I have to become all concerned with the idea of what the fuck you're doing in this world. Like, why are you even in this world? What are you doing over there? Who told you to do that? Aren't you watching me every day? I know you're not watching me every day. Why are you doing that? Stop doing that. They take what they want and they don't listen. They're like, oh no, she said run a vision. She said be big and bad and bold, and you hear what you want to hear. You see what you want to see. This is bullshit. I can't wake you. That's the awakening. And I just want to point you out. There's a whole bunch of them, bro. They are like Deaf, dumb, and blind. God calls them lame. I call them lame. You lame asses. You're not getting this. And that's it. They just... Is there anybody in there? Is there anybody? Come here, let me massage that scalp. Come here. Let's get out the fucking cocoa butter, dude. Let's have some fun. Fucking shit. You want to be a girl? I'll show you what a woman is. Fuck are you doing over there? Damn it. Bro, get your girl, bro. And then you're like, going back to this video earlier where I was crying. Yeah, bro, God made me love him through all this. Even though he had a girlfriend and everything. I gotta love Bobby. He's got a fucking wife. I gotta love all of them. They got fucking problems, bro. They're not my problems. And, like, they're not fully problem people, problem children. They're all God's children, and he's like, just accept them. I don't want to be part of any of this. What the fuck is all this that they've created for themselves? And I'm like, leave a bit. That's all they gotta do, bro. Going back to Marshall. Why the fuck are we still having this conversation about you and your shitty-ass friends that they told you to walk away from? Why the fuck am I still talking to you about leaving your wife? Why the fuck am I still telling you to get away from your fucking family? Why the fuck am I telling you, Lewis, to retire your fucking career? Why the fuck am I telling you these things for 2 fucking years? 56 bottles of beer on the wall. Some of them it's going to take forever, bro. Forever, ever, forever. Forever, ever, forever. Because their roses really smell like boo-boo. Another way to honor the new moon. I can't stand you. You're hurting my head. I'm going to cry. Why? Because it's like, I wanted to be done with this by now. I had higher hopes than this. I saw this working out completely different. And every week, I would sit there kicking them, dude, beating them. I was so mean about it. I can't stand you loser-ass bitches. Why am I stuck with you fucking losers? You stupid bitch. You bitches. You bitch. You bitch. 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 What happened to me? I was Tom Hanks with a fucking bunch of fucking girl baseball players, bro, and I just can't stand it. And I'm not allowed to drink on the job, bro. I just wanted to kill them and their children. Like, I can't stand this. This is how low I've sunk. This is what you've given me to work with. I'm supposed to make this an all-American team. These guys, beating them with the fucking bat, the ball, the whip, the chain, and we're still here and they're no better. And me, on the other hand, I'm hitting home runs in my sleep. I'm just a little, that's why it's like, if I have to focus on you and your growth, I'll feel like I'm going nowhere in this world. Because you're going nowhere in this world doesn't mean I'm not. And the worst part is they won't let me go any further unless I drag your bitch asses with me. You're supposed to be the leaders, yet you're the biggest followers I ever did see. Marshall's following, I don't know, whatever fucking Rosenberg says. And I noticed that fucking Russ follows Rosenberg, and everybody follows this, and you're all the blind leading the blind, walking around this mountain for 40 years. They'll be coming around the mountain. When will they come around the mountain? I show them. My daughter's like, you're always showing people where you are. Yeah, so then they can find me. I'm waiting for them. Like, it's an open invitation to, wake the fuck up. The fuck up. It's so obnoxious. It's part of a job that I don't want to do. I get tired of doing this job, and then you see why. Because I don't see the results. And Kobe has to come in and have these long dad talks. I'm like, listen here, Daddy Yankee. Quit yanking my fucking shit, bro. You go deal with them. I sent Pac and all of them to Marshall like a fucking year ago. I mean, it did work. But then Pac came back and told him he needs to leave his friends. Okay, I'll tell him. He's not listening. What the fuck do you want me to do? Go tell Russ he needs to leave his family. He's not listening. Go tell... They're not listening. They're only listening to the good shit, bro. They don't want to hear that bad shit. They think that's bad. It's all bad for them. I'm like, you got some problems. So that's how I'd be like, I don't want to fucking teach you. I don't want to deal with you. Fuck your feelings. Get away from me. I'm just doing my job. I just want to do my job and get the fuck out of here. Alright, anyways, I'm just saying. Embrace your inner rebel and think outside of the box as you set intentions for personal growth and positive change. It is also appropriate to engage in community-oriented activities. Well, that's what the teacher card said, is you need a healer. I mean, you got to take your healing serious. This is not seriously working for you. You're getting the minimal, you're putting the minimal in, so you're getting the minimal out, which is minimally nothing, to be honest. I don't know where you are in your healing journey, but you should have superpowers like me. Like, why don't you have the same superpowers? I showed you how I got them. I show you what I do all the time. And nobody's doing it. It works. Just do the work. You're like, I don't want to. Come here. It's going to happen. Let's talk about your fucking feelings. It's like therapy work all the fucking time. Anyways, and that's what they were trying to tell me too. I was like, why am I so tired? Because you brought up all those fucked up feelings and memories about all these twin flames and you had to cry. I was like, well, stop bringing shit up. You're fucking up my body and my night and my money and my everything. And then I want to get mad at them because all they want me to do is sit around and heal and I can't do anything else on my outside world. But then they take care of the outside world just fine. I'm making money every day. I'm doing everything. I'm fine. I am so fine. Everything is fine. But then it's like, I think I got to do more. And they're like, just heal more. So then I try to tell you, hey, just come over and heal and God will take care of you too. You're like, nah. Okay, fuck. Whatever. As an air sign, Aquarius values collaboration and social connections, considering organizing and gathering or joining a group and sharing common interests and causes. And that's what I said about the Knight of Wands. I will be loyal to those who share my enthusiasm. Meaning, take it serious, bro. This seriously happens all the time. Like, seriously. It's serious work, dude. We seriously do this. You do this every day. Every fucking day of the week, dude. All I gotta do is teach you what I learned. And how I healed myself. You know what I mean? That's all we gotta do. And then I'm telling you, I'm trying to teach you how to do it so then you can teach others. Meaning you could be famous and everything for the same type of healing and help other people. What a fucking concept. Instead of trying to be another rapper. Don't we have enough of them? It's a rap. I know all the biggest rappers. They're really not useful. They're not useful. Nothing about their rap career or Lewis and his fucking, all his gold medals and bullshit. None of this. None about their golds, their silvers, their platinums, nothing. Their plaques, their mansions, nothing is useful to us, the people. We, the people, cannot benefit from you and your fucking lifestyles the way you are. That's just the way it is. I love you so much, Tupac. He's such an asshole. Me and my boyfriend. Anyways, this can be a powerful way. We need to start coming together and, making a plan of how are we going to start. And I told you that. Your voice is useless until I tell you what words to use, I suppose. To harness collective energy and manifest intentions that benefit not only yourself, but those around you. Tell me, bitchhead, you fucking punk-ass bitch. What is your album good for? It's only good for you, right? Right? That's why you're reading all these creative books, is how to make other people's lives better. What about you, Russell? Russell, is your album only for you? Are you trying to put people in shitty-ass fucking feelings like you? Luciferian. Okay, going back to Lucifer. They were like, what is it? The devil and shit. No, you made this god and you said he's all this. The Lucifer in you is nothing more than your own fucking thoughts and conscious and how you give into it. They always described it that. You have an angel, a dark angel, and a light angel. A devious one and a and they don't show them sitting there gouging each other and fighting on your shoulders. It's just like, are you going to listen to me or are you going to listen to yourself? The fight of good and bad, or of good and evil, it happens inside of your heart and your mind. Your mind comes up with all these unbelievable great ideas to make you bigger than life. And your heart's like, bitch, be humble, bro. Like, seriously. Let's not go do cocaine tonight. Let's not chase this guy. Let's not, write that comment. Let's not get involved in this type of shit. And your other side is like, ooh, push send. That would be me, the Lilith. Push send. Push send. I push you. The darkness pushes you into the darkness so you can see how powerful you are in your darkness. Not so that it can consume you like Marshall Mathers, where now you're just a fucking asshole and you have to hold this dark idea of who you are. No. darkness. He's such a weenie. He's so passive aggressive in the sense of he looks so aggressive, but I promise he is such a squishy little guy. And that's it. He's a shelter dog. Hamburger helper dog. Has to eat his mom's spaghetti every night. Fucking guy. Anyways, in the sense of he's really loving. But he has to put on this fucking, you know what I mean? I'm seeing the lion. He has to put on this whole suit and this armor and, you know what I mean, play the bad guy so that you can't realize, you don't know how vulnerable he is underneath it all. I'm hearing no doubt. I really love you underneath it all. I don't like, I mean, I resonate with his rage and shit, because, yeah, I feel that way. I feel it. I feel like I want to punch somebody in the face right now. But that's not where I feel all the time. And that's where he's got to be to keep his power. He's always feeling mad about some shit. He's always got to be angry. He's got to be angry about some shit all the fucking time. Alright? That's his power over you people. You know what I mean? He sparks your anger. That's Luciferian. As we read through our books, what is it? He's working on your conscious, bro. The devil works in your shadows. Meaning he's working your nerves. He's pushing you. I do the same thing, but I teach you how to alchemize it. I do the same exact shit. I pull it all out of you. All out of you. I push you. I trigger the shit out of you into your fucked up feelings. But we do it to heal him. He does it to control you. Who's he? The intention. It's an energy. I'm an energy that's actually in a body, bro. I had many names. I am an energy. I am the goddess energy in a body. The Luciferian energy lies in every body. The Lilith energy lies in every body. The Christ energy lies in every body. Buddha, God, every planet, everything that ever was and ever was thought of, it lies within the human body. You can access all different parts of it. But typically, nah, you're working through your stupid Luciferian thoughts, your fucking brain, your flesh, bro. The flesh is all wicked. You gave wickedness a name and a face. You said he's bad to the bone, and that's it. So in essence, what was Lilith and Lucifer about? Manipulating your own pain and suffering. That's it. That's all we did, was laugh at you, push your buttons, and watch you fucking revel in your feelings. Why? Because that's what happened to us. We had these feelings we couldn't control, and we got damned for it. So now we watch you have these feelings you can't control and get damned for it. All right, damn it. Enough. Let's get the feelings out. Let's clear them out, and we're no longer living the damn feelings. But instead, Lucifer wants you to stay in the sense of his energy, in the form of, is it a person? Yeah, it's in everybody. So is God. There's a part of you that wants to stay in those bad feelings, because that's all you know, and you have all power. You've learned how to harness these bad feelings to make yourself feel good. Example A, Ali. He's made himself rich and powerful, known, sexy, desirable, all over the world by staying in his heartbreak. As long as he tells you how vulnerable and heartbroken he is, how rejected and neglected and, you know what I mean, kicked to the side he is, how nobody loves him. As long as he tells you his stories and puts you in that same feeling of how nobody loves us, then he's rich and famous and popular. Very Luciferian. Alright, Lewis. As long as he keeps you in that energy of, I am going to win no matter what. I will do whatever it takes. I will conquer all feats. I will go to all lengths. I will go to the end. I will never give in. See, as much as I said Lewis, I saw fucking Russ. That's Lucifer. You're like really not, you really think you can overpower God? That no matter what God throws at you, you're going to win? Okay, this should be well. And that's you. You decide that I will win. That's I can't say his name. Emma I can't say his name right now, but it's the same as the Pharaoh. Like, at all lengths, you're really going to go to the very end, and that's that ruin card. I'm the last man standing. On what? You're standing on your own ashes, idiot. Look at what you've created. Nothing. You've destroyed everything with your ambitions to fucking win. Who's that? Mike. Mike, step on up. Didn't feel right not to swing on the fucking ball player over here as we're having this conversation. Mike comes out pretending to be all fucking spiritual, but yet it's all about, I'm going to pour this spirituality onto people as, you know, I'm all high and mighty and you need to, you know, and my struggles are all my powers. You know what I mean? I had to go there to get here and look at where I stand. He got Job's, but then he fucking got conceited. He took the journey and made a life story out of it and tried to sell a book, an album, a fucking t-shirt, all of it. Am I talking about Mike or am I talking about you again, Russ? Where did they get the idea, Russ? Russ gives him the blueprint. How did Russ get where Russ is? All of that. What does Russ own? All of that. If I keep you in my struggles and in my journey and in my fucked up feelings, keep you down with me, you put me up. Royce, step up to the plate. Put your hands up. Nika, put your hands up, Nika. He can't stand that shit. He has a very prejudiced bone. And when this white bitch come over here calling him a Nika, he gets real mad. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Trigger. This guy. What does Royce rap about? Is Royce one of those guys that puts down his own peoples? Is he one of them? Is one of those guys? Is he bigger? Is he like one of those, 5'9" type motherfuckers that want to look down on people all the time? I think so. He's a bully, right? He's a bully. He's all intellectual bully, right? He tries to use his words to defame you. Do you know his best friend? His best friend that wrote my favorite song, Bully? Marshall Mathers, please stand up. With a real Slim Shady, please stand up. You know what I mean? The icon of rage and wrath and hate. Right? Logically speaking, I need you to come out of your little pie hole over there, American Pie. My, Mr. American Pie. Come over here, little guy. I just want to have fun. I said, girls just want to have fun. He doesn't. No. Instead, I'm going to grow up and just play video games and be, just a hot pocket eating fucking, you know what I mean, internet scheming, weed clinging little dude for the rest of my life. I'm just going to sit here with my very ignorant, fat ass, dumbass life and have, children with my ignorant, dumbass wife. All right, Mr. American Pie, quit living the lie. Over there in the fucking, in the California fucking sky. Come down to earth. That's it. They're all little boys. Lucifer was a child of God that couldn't control all this godliness that God had given him and wanted to use it in his power and dominion over everyone. It's like, he thought he was all big and bad. Oh, Kanye! I told you who the fuck I am. I'm God. Okay, God. You are like the worst God, the worst version of God we've ever seen. But nevertheless, yes, God lives somewhere inside of that ugly being. That was a perfect example. There's a great example. Now, as much as I want to say that Kanye's all this shit, I just keep looking back at Russ. There is my Lucifer. He's got it all. He's got it all. And he comes with long curly hair. Double eyes and everything. One to see, one to lie. He's all of that. Now, if you were paying attention to his music, he also knows the dark arts. His mom's a really dark witch. Yeah, she knows all that. And she knows how to manipulate the mind. But as powerful as he thought he was, he realized he was powerless to his mommy. He didn't realize that till I came and made him aware that he is powerless to all the things around him. So instead of taking his power over it, he exerts his power on it. Meaning, he's powerless to his mom, but as long as she can't pay her bills, then he owns her. It's this weird, codependency thing, right? So, his girl. He's powerless to the idea, I can't get any better than this. That is a low self-esteem. I just want to point that out. I think you could do better. But in the sense of, the fact that she needs him so bad and he needs to be needed because he's a needy new dude that needs attention, and they give him so much attention. You know what I mean? It's like this sick, he's like sucking his own... God removed one of his ribs. I cannot. What'd you step in? I don't know. I woke up like this, bitch. I woke up in this. It just comes out of me, and I'm laughing as I see it and say it. Fuck. And meanwhile, God's like, you love them. Please don't make me. No matter what comes out of my mouth, I gotta love these assholes. They're disgusting. They're filthy. They're nasty. And God's like, you love them. I do, because I get you, bro. I know where you're coming from with those filthy, nasty feelings. Can we fix those? You filthy, nasty, disgusting. And that's Lilith. Oh, you could be hooking up with all the wrong. I mean, yeah, and they all came back, so I wouldn't hook up with them again. God tried to do this again to me. I learned my lesson last time, God. He's like, really? Let's see what happens when I put you in front of a tree tomorrow. You're going to see some shit. Shut up.
Can I go home?
She wants to see this shit. I don't think it's an all-age event. They usually be having drugs and shit there. They're kind of weird people. Right? I'm telling you. Anyways, I don't think I should be going there. I don't think I meet the age requirement for this low vibrational bullshit. Anyways, that's it. And then you're like, you're going into hell? What are you fucking talking about? It's all hell. I was like, that's Bobby. I feel like you're the devil trying to convince me that the grass is greener in hell. Well, of course I am. I guess you finally got who I am and what I'm talking about. But the truth is you live in your own hell, and the grass is not greener up there. Your roses really smell like boo-boo. Come play with the nightshades. Funny as it is, it really is the truth. So, I mean, ultimately, like that word evil. You deemed everything evil. You deemed me evil. You deemed this evil. You deemed everything evil. It's all evil. I don't see evil, because this is the things you call evil are the things that I'm made up of. And I'm attracted to such things. You know what I mean? In the sense of the compassion, the love, and the light. That's God. I know Trump. I know, bro. I know. And only the light given by the understanding, the true understanding given by God, that I can see this man as just a whole little baby God, a child of God, that I can have such compassion and understanding and such laughter about the fact that, bitch, you ain't got no power. Like, you were such a little, you were just such a little Lucifer out here, and he only lets Lucifer do so much. Meaning in the sense of your mind can only take you so far. Truthfully, it's going to take you in circles is what it is, you circle jerkers. In the sense of Lucifer is an energy. Jesus is an energy. What it is a spirit. You say that you're in that devil's spirit. You call everything that's not, cleanliness, devil. You know what I mean? Lilith was the she-devil, because she was not like others. Then you can go in and, I'm going to tell you, I don't think you'll ever see them because you're not divine beings. But in the sense of God's divine beings, humans were his most beautiful fucking creation. They're not also beautiful according to what we deemed as beautiful. They don't look like Kim Kardashians. They don't have noses, most of them. They don't have features. None of that mattered. They have shapes and forms. Some of them don't have skins. Some of them don't have, they're just a spirit. I can call Pac's spirit Pac because it walked in skin. When I leave here, you can say Lilith was the high priestess.
Or can just say,
you can say that you witnessed me. And that's what all this is you witnessed me as I witnessed God. Witnessed for God. And that's exactly what happened with Jesus. Jesus came and proclaimed God's word. What would be. And everybody told the story of what he was doing. But you didn't hear the message of what was going to come to be. He said he was that. The prophets were nothing more than witnesses to what they saw God doing in the future and in everybody's lives. That's what I am as a messenger of God. I'm a prophet. I see what is going to be, and I'm here to tell you so I can give you faith and hope, just like all of them do, to calm your bitch asses down. This is what God's doing. This is where I come from. This is how he rules in my world. I've seen this a million times. Let me tell you all the times he does this. Let me explain to you. That's why I'm here. He's making hell on earth. Why wouldn't he bring the goddess and the god of hell to earth and all of those that ruled in hell? Now, those of them that don't want to go back to the light are going to continue to rule over you. That's what got us fucked up. And that's what humans do to each other. So don't tell me it's us, that we're some beings outside of humans. We manipulated human beings to be like us. In essence, to be rebellious like us. The fuck are y'all doing? Marshall's music is always about manipulating people to push their limits and push them out and to be rebellious. Lewis, all of them are pushing you to push other people. That's what got us fucked up, is trying to make them like us and trying to, have them stay in our fucked up, energies. I don't give a shit. I love Ali because Ali is a heartbroken energy. He melts my heart. He's already heartbroken. How could I be mean to somebody that's so broken? And that's his power, is being broken. I don't love him because he's strong. I love him because he's so weak. You weak ass. I have to be weak with you, though. I have to be soft and broken and submissive like that with you. You know what I mean? But in the essence, that's what they love about him. You just want to love him. You just want to heal him, right? And that's fucking Lucifer to the fullest over there, Russ. You know what I mean? The more he tells you how broken it is, you just want to reach out and help him. But the second you do, he's going to use that against you. It's a whole fucking act of, controlling that. And that's Marshall. You know what I mean? As soon as that's it. They want your love only so that they can use it for themselves and against others. And that was the definition of, trying to overthrow God. Being a bad God. I'm going to, and that's what Lucifer and other energies and entities do. They're trying to control you to make themselves God. The ones outside of us, the unseen, but that lies within us. And that's what I try to show you. God is working on all of this, but this is what really happens. So when I pull these cards, I'm saying, what's the energy upon us? What's fucking with us? What's going to push us? Where are we being pushed? And how can we overcome this? Because it's coming. Every week, they're pushing us. They're pushing us into our, into our feelings. To get a rise out of us. Some of us are going to rise out of them. Some are going to go deeper and deeper into darker places with their feelings. It's just what happens. And that's why I said, what's the consequence for fucking with me? The feelings that come after. You're going to feel really bad for fucking with someone like me. I didn't put those feelings on you. You feel that way for what you've done. Your consequences are your feelings. Crazy. So now let's get back to this. These planets are about to push a bunch of feelings on us. I don't know where we were in here. The new moon in Aquarius. I was trying to find more of this. There's some. Now we're in the fucking Yellowfoot. What is this? Mushroom foragers, snow animals, feast, homemade Indian curry powder, white rice. I'm getting hungry. Snowscape ornaments, snow pillows. These are all creative things, how you would stay in the spirit. How can I stay in the spirit of Yule? You know what I mean? How do I stay in the now instead of worrying about wanting summer to come? And that's it. What the fuck are we going to do while we're stuck in this fucking cave? It's like Eep. Oh my God, we've been here forever. It's been 3 days. You know what I mean? And that's it. So they would have these things like, how do you get the time to pass during this winter time when you're locked in? What do? We start doing new things. We stay in the spirit of now instead of worrying about summer coming. Right? Then it teaches you some card spreads. Your rituals, darkness. I'm just trying to find the fire inside. Meditation. Conclusion. Darkness. And then I guess it did just go to symbolic. I really felt like these fucking planets were going to pop up in here. But they're not in here. It goes all the way to Venus. Venus, here it goes. I told you, Venus and Mercury are going to retrograde. Venus retrograde begins March 1st. And will be in effect till April 12th. That's not too long. She comes right back. Thank God. This time is known to bring forth introspection, reflection on matters of the heart. When does fucking Mercury retrograde? Because that's when people be acting stupid as fuck. March 2nd at 11:22, Mercury, the planet of communication and rational thinking, joins forces with Neptune, the planet of dreams, imaginations, and spirituality. This brings forth an energy of... Okay, so that must be when it comes back. When's the retrograde start? No, okay, hold on. This brings forth an energy of transcendent logical boundaries and taps into the realm into your intuition and higher conscious. During this conjunction, you may find yourself experiencing heightened creativity, enhanced psychic abilities, and a deep sense of empathy. That's it. You're working on shit now, and you haven't even got the pieces until later. You don't understand how this works. I don't care. Communication takes on poetic qualities as words become infused with emotions and symbolism. Ideal flows. Okay, and then on March 11th, 311, 655, Venus and Mercury form a conjunction that combines a blend of energy focusing on how we communicate with others, expressing our needs. Mercury joins Venus in a retrograde journey on March 15th. Okay, this simultaneous occurrence of these two retrogrades amplifies their effects on our lives, creating significant shifts in communication dynamics and interpersonal connections. It is a time when miscommunication may be more prevalent, resulting in misunderstandings or conflicts in relationships. Speak from your heart now. That's not until, well, it's right before Virgo season. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. It really didn't say anything. I mean, February, we talked about the magical makeover, self-love. I don't know. It doesn't talk about these planets. It didn't talk about them coming in, so we're going to talk about them coming in. I don't remember all of them. Mars, what is it going to bring with you? All right, just off the top, dude, just off the top. It's said to be the commander-in-chief and in the assembly of the 9 planets, the warrior by nature. It dominates your temperament. Period. They're going to fuck with your temperament. Let's go up to this. Represents artistic talent, the quality of the body and the material life, wealth, and opposite sex, pleasure and reproductive. Feminine qualities, music, and dance. And that's what I mean. For these guys to be able to create anything, they have to be tapped into their divine feminine. Creativity is that of the divine feminine. They have to tap into their feelings to create, but they're creating from negative feelings. And they're casting those feelings on you by their wordplay, meaning they make you think about your own feelings. Same as I do. I trigger you into them only to walk you through them. They just leave you with an album of shit, a trauma album to traumatize you and make you feel fucked up while you play their songs over and over and you relive your fucked up feelings and memories. It's not a good thing. Let's see. Jupiter represents religion, philosophy, spirituality, progeny, I don't know, and all aspects of higher knowledge, connect with travel, wisdom, truthfulness, morality, charity, benevolence, and meditation. I told you, get on me on a Thursday. It's my day to shine. Mercury, it represents speech, communication, intelligence, intellectual activities, logic, sense of humor, reason, thinking, versatility, friends. And then it goes on. All of these things are coming to the surface. They're going to bring all of this to our awareness, right? Saturn, it's always on a Saturn. It includes wisdom, introspection, morality, duty, integrity, patience, stability, modesty, renunciation, diligence, longevity. All right? This is when it pushes the hardest. It's like you have to push through that. Whose face is that right there? Are you serious right now? Come on, that's Brahma. All right, so we went through all of those. And then the nodes of the moon. All right, so your sun sign and your moon sign. Depending on the day, it'll be there. So you're going to be, you know what I mean? You'll have the courage, the vitality, the personality, authority, and conscious to do it during the day. But once you get in the night, you're going to really have to face your mind, your emotions, your sensitivity, and your domestic comforts about everything. And that's the difference, is I bring you into the darkness. I'm the feelings. God is the action. I am the feelings behind the action. It takes action all day, and I report back what the feelings are and what we learned from the actions we've taken. That's the inner, all these videos you'll listen to about your divine masculine, stand back and listen to them and put my face there. And you're like, holy shit, it's her. Okay, now stand back and listen to the divine feminine. Holy shit, it's her. There's a whole fucking interaction between God and goddess that's going on inside of you. You are all God until your goddess is starting to awaken, which is nothing more than your feelings, which is your heart. But once you get in the heart, now you're in my place. Now you're with us. You're in the dark places because you don't know the heart, and the heart is filled with dark feelings. You deem them bad, but we know them all too well. You just don't want to know those feelings of the heart, and that's why you don't open your heart, because they come with those feelings. You can't stop it. That's what I said. God made my heart turn on for these people, and the first thing was all kinds of rebellion. I don't want to love. I don't want to submit. I don't want to be friendly. I don't want to be forgiving. I don't want to be compassionate. I don't want to care. I don't want any of these feelings. The good, the bad, none of it. I don't want any of it. Nope, you're going to feel it. And you have to start working through it. And then once you get through all of that, then you're back to your spirit. And you can come back and walk in your godliness. You can be a masculine. You can walk in your masculine skin again. And that's it. It's like right now, I want to be in my masculine, and now, I said that I was being all masculine today. I told you I did a million things. I was doing all my masculine stuff all day. But then I had planned to do more masculine stuff during the night, which was, I said I was going to drive. I was going to do all these things. Here I am in my feminine in the moon. You can't always force the flow. Sometimes you can carry it over, but it hasn't really been going that way. And I'm going to try to look into this sleep chamber to see what else they're doing with me. So I wanted to point that out. Your birth chart. Going back to your birth chart. You have 12 houses. Like my 12 twin flames. Your 12 houses are this flow. It's a wheel. So we go from, Aries season to this season to that season. Right? So those flows, those are your 12 houses. Find out where you're started. Your first house. Okay? So then you find out what's in it. And what's in it, based on what's in it, that's where you need to work hardest in that area of your life. You have 12 areas of your life that you're working. And that's why it's like sex. We're back to Scorpio. Every time I got to deal with sex, we're in the Scorpio energy. What the fuck? You know what I mean? There's certain parts of your life. Every time you hit a certain part of your life. Sagittarius, we're about to travel. We're traveling. We're traveling. There's the card. We're traveling. We're back in my Sagittarius. Oh, we're in our Virgo. We're in our Capricorn. What does that mean? Well, if I really gave a fuck, because I don't care, I'm just flowing with it, I could tell you I'm working through my 5th house. I'm working through my 6th house. I'm working in my 6th, I'm working in my 2nd house. Here comes Aquarius season. We're going into, I don't know, what is that, your 3rd house? Who knows? I don't study the houses. Welcome to my house, which is basically what? The flow of energy that goes back to the Kabbalah as you're moving through the tree of life. You're moving through your destiny. You're moving through your Akashic records. You're moving through the wheel of life. It keeps coming. Each time you're going to learn how to catch it better, how to ride this wave, which I'm also seeing, as I just showed you that, I'm seeing Hunger Games, the wheel. There's the 12 colonies, the 13 fucking districts and shit, and it just keeps going around. And I told you, I'm from they only know of 12 realms. I'm in the 13th, which is what? Heaven. I didn't realize that this is somewhere that nobody else can go. And that's why I said in that video, I know how to get there. And that's what it is. It's like once I got there, I got stuck there, to be honest. Once you get home, it's kind of hard to find your way back. And then I come back with all of the gifts from home. And anytime I have to step out of, but it's not. Heaven is a consciousness. That's why I can't see Pac all the time. I can't see all the spirits. I can only see them in the light. You know what I mean? I can only see them now like you would. but they're there. It's just I don't stay on a frequency. Once I go through that level, I can see everything again. But all I'm doing is going through them real fucking quick now. Going straight up to heaven, bringing it down to hell. Straight up to heaven, bringing it down to hell. Straight up to heaven, bringing it down to hell. That's it. I'm not stuck here. Bach, I can't. It's before I was stuck on levels, and he was with me on every single level to get me there. Now I'm here. Now as I run through these levels, I can hear and see him, but I gotta run back. I'm not staying. I gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. The energy's flowing. That's what I mean. I was down here with you guys this morning, giving you all this information and shit from fucking heaven. Then I walked out my body. I went to sleep. Where did I go? Right back up. I woke up, and now I gotta bring all this shit and tell you all this shit that I just witnessed. Where? In some kind of sleep chamber. Again, they told me where. That's all. I came out with some answers. All I know is I was flipping through these pages, trying to find where we were, and I saw something that said sleep chamber. And I was trying to find the page we were on. I said it yesterday. Spiritual transformation by awakening your call. I don't know. I just saw something that said sleep chamber. So give me a minute. And I'll tell you that. Grounding. Men only. Women only. Bring your awareness to the second chakra. Wow. Okay. See, they're teaching you. This book is going to start teaching you the flow of energy. Your chakras, bro. Chakras. I started talking about that earlier. That's what I was trying to explain to you. It teaches you meditations. It teaches you healing your aura, keeping it clear. I don't care. Here you go again. Golden rain shower of light cleansing the aura, right? You have to learn how to do that, but you also do that with the moon and stuff. There's all this stuff. Owning your spiritual pathway. Please just show me. What is this? Running energy from side views. Golden sunlight flows into the crown. How much time are you spending out in the sun? And that's it. You know, we got to go out and get sun. Do you see how it's running through his hands? I told you I move the energy through my hands. 2 portions flow down the arms, existing through the palms of the hands. The third part flows through the head and exists in the body via the crown chakra. You can't do any of this. Do you understand that in order to have this power, you have to be an open channel from your fucking throat chakra? You can't harness energy like me if you can't speak energy like me. You can't use your hands to create things that are not even seen, because you're not using your mouth to create things that are not even seen. Do you see? It comes from outside. This is another example. They're showing the sun, but these planets are about to do this to us. They're going to shoot energy into our bodies, bro. They're going to inject us with power from God. Alright, visualizations. All I wanted was the sleep chamber. Self-healing and clearing with roses. Another one of those things. They teach you how to use it. Roses. Remember, earlier I told you how the definition of that rose is and what that rose carries. The rose is the symbolization of the fucking chakra, or of the heart chakra. Rose water and the smell of roses. They said when they saw the vision of Mother Mary on top of Mother Cabrini's shrine, it smelt of roses. There's a lot of it. That's going back to Wiccan, understanding how to use these powers of cleansing and shit. Like, that smells like my grandma. Your grandma smelled like fucking all of our grandmas. Psychic agreements. I don't know where it is. It wasn't that far. I saw it right before we got to these pages. Give me a second. Age of Light, Golden Age, the material. I'm seeing all this great Christ stuff. That's throwing me off. Maybe I can find it. No. Damn it. Karma, Order, the Melchizedek. Here we go. Mayat, Melchizedek, Merkaba. See, they have definitions. You might want to learn all of them. That's it, though. People who use this just to sound smart. They don't really know how. The Great White Brotherhood, God's Self, Grounding. What am I looking for? Sleep Chamber. We're going star linking, dolphin wave effect, dolphin moves, dolphin brain repatterning. That goes back to the dolphin card. I was pulling it earlier. Sleep. Palladians. P.S. 7 solar rings. Sisterhood of the Ray of the Sisterhood of the Ray of the Ascended Christ. Females who were enlightened and became Christ consciousness beings while still on earth in their bodies, now serving as guides and higher dimensional teachers for humans ready to become enlightened and initiated into the Christ consciousness. As much as I'm part of a brotherhood, I'm part of a sisterhood. Yeah, it's all of that. You can't be fully part of God if you only want to know one part of God. He's two parts. Just kidding. He's telling all kinds of God jokes. It's not helpful, God.
Where'd you put the white shaker?
It was right here, and no, it's not. All I'm looking for, angelic and archangelics, no, unification, configuration, chambers of light, multi-dimensional healing, integration chambers. Okay, I think I'm getting closer. Is this something? Is this what it was? I swore it said sleep chamber. I'm going to keep my hand there. No, they want me to really read that. It said something about sex. No time and space chamber. Okay, it's somewhere in here. These are all chambers. Divine access realignment chamber. Okay, I'm in the chambers. The chamber of secrets. Shut the fuck up, Holy Spirit. You're so funny. Dolphin Starlink chamber. Stress reduction chamber. Alright, sleep chamber. I told you. All I knew is when I came out, they just gave me this. Obviously, they gave me a lot more than I asked for. Always do. That's why I was like, it's infinite knowing. You don't want to know. Stop talking. I don't care. Just give me the answer so I can move on and have a fucking meal. There I am, hungry again. There's another thing. You can tell and I'm burning energy. You know when you're burning energy. You can feel it. Where did all this energy go and where is it coming from? You ever ask questions? I was fine. What happened to my body? And then you ask, and it so shall be given. All right, get to the point. What the fuck? The sleep chamber of light is used at bedtime or nap time. Yeah, where I wake up in a whole different universe, and now I don't know what day it is, and I can't fucking ground myself. When you're going to sleep, you're not just resting. When you're in the sleep chamber, the Palladians, the Christ, and any of your personal guides who wish to work with you can isolate aspects of your subconscious or higher conscious that need educating, healing, or illuminating. Do you understand? There's no rest for the wicked, bro. Even when I close my eyes, it just means my body slows down. I have so much shit. I never stop moving. I just want to point that out. I've said this a billion times. The other function of this chamber is to assist you in creating your future. These functions can occur at any time when you are asleep, with the help of your guides. However, when you are in the sleep chamber, your physical and astral bodies are synchronized in such a way to help you more efficiently and completely reap the benefits of your dream experience. And that's what I said. I come out of this shit. I don't know where I came out of, and then I just start getting to work, and then they show me the shit later. It's a whole fog. Marshall has he's got months of me waking up in the morning telling him all the crazy things of the universe. Just all of it. It just starts pouring out of me. What are you talking about? I haven't even woke up. Can we talk about circumcision? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Where is this coming from? What have you been reading or watching? Nothing. It's happening inside of me all the time, and I've got to push it out. What am I going to do with all this? I know, I told you, I'm just an antenna to the bullshit. It's not bullshit. It's very valuable information. You know, it's people's life works and shit, and it's how God works, and it's great, but it's work. During your sleep time, your physical body is held inside of a chamber until you awaken. And I learned in the very beginning when I started doing that to teach how to protect myself when the astral realms, when I was leaving my body. Until you awaken the next morning or after your nap. This creates a very safe psychic environment for you to do deep processing and healing in your dreams, as well as to receive spiritual help. And that's where a lot of people were trying to catch me. They were trying to catch me in the astral realms. They're trying to find me. I think Infinity just did a video saying that they're sending you smoke signals in the astral realms. You're on such a low frequency, bro. I'm up here in the highest levels, in the highest realms. How could I possibly see you? I might see you running through the realms, but I mean, that's it. When I told Wolfman that, in the very beginning, he proclaimed himself to be, you know what I mean, something. I don't know what he said, or maybe I thought. I'm just going to leave it at that. But I was like, bro, I'll see you in the astrals, meaning I'll find you. Cerebral is what it is. Mica is like a cerebral. When you work with mica, it creates this dome in this space where you can astral travel with direction. But not right away. You put that shit on and you're all over the place. Mica. That's the stone. It's from the other day. They're bringing me back to that. And I was like, you're not going to be there. You can't even leave your body. You haven't left your body when all you're trying to do is fill up your body with the things of this world. You have to go way past that consciousness. And that goes into Maslow. talking about the hierarchy of needs. You're at a reptilian consciousness. All you're trying to do is satisfy your desires and basic needs at the most attention-seeking, desperate ways. I don't worry about my needs. Going back to I woke up and I thought I was going to go to work. I'm way past that. God's got that. What am I supposed to do up here? What do you want me to bring down here? I'm not doing work down here. When I'm down here to do work, he takes me to do work. And I do as much work as he says. But that's not it. My needs are not that. They're not so basic as your guys' basic needs. You know what I mean? I don't live out of that consciousness. In essence, you can't be outside of your body when you're all about your body. And he's all about his body. Feeding it. Making it look good. Making it look presentable. Making it happy. Making it... You know what I mean? It's all about his flesh. It's not about spirit. Because spiritual work is dedication. It's an investment, and it takes time. It takes money. It takes energy. It takes all of your life. You literally give up your life to be spiritual, to be in the spirit. And that's where I was like, you're not in the spirit. I'm not going to see you in the spirit realms, and you're all in your flesh. But that's all of you. And that's what the Bible said. You'll never be in the kingdom of God when you're doing nothing more than satisfying your flesh. I can't hang out with Christ when I'm busy trying to fucking, pay my bills and shit. Trying to play God down here. I can't talk to God when I'm being God. I'm no more than a servant of God, and he serves me, and it serves me well to serve him. I take care of his work, and he takes care of all other things, and that's what it meant to be a child of God. Trust your Father. Have that relationship. That's what Jesus tried to explain to you. You know what I mean? Going back to the sisterhood, that's what I teach. I'm a full-ass witch. I am the dark goddess, teaching you Christ consciousness. For I have learned that. That's how I saved myself. Through Christ, I saved myself. Through his ways. I was never redeemed through humanity or through anything. I was demonized from all existence. But through Christ, I was saved. So yeah, I speak his name very highly. In the sense of, through him, I understood that I was never outside of God to begin with. Like, what? Yeah, that's what's so weird. I'm sitting there in Chris's yard. It's been like over a year and a half. I'm feeling okay, I guess. All of a sudden, I hear God. I hear his voice, him directly. Lilith. And I shiver in my skin like he found me. Which is obscene, because he's doing all of this. But when he speaks my name, it's like we're face to face again. And I'm like, it's almost like I haven't seen you forever. Just because you don't want to look at me doesn't mean I haven't been here. And that was the reality. I ran from God. God never left me. And that's all of you. And I'm showing you, he's right there. And then all that shit that's going on in your life, that's not the devil, that's God loving you. And that's it. We thought God didn't love us because of what he put us through. We thought he loved you more. And we wanted to destroy you for it. How could you love them more? Do we not feel that in our own flesh every day? We look at people and say, how could you give them such great lives? What about me, God? What about me? I'm a faithful servant of you. What about me, God? And that's what I told you happened to me. I looked at all of my twin flames and what they had done and how they lived such lavish lifestyles. And I just served God with nothing. And you know what he showed me? I've given you peace. They have no peace. And that's something that only God can give you. They'll continue to search for anything to give themselves peace. To feel, you know what I mean? To feel peaceful in their flesh. But without God, you can't. You're always looking over your shoulder. And that's it too, is all these people that, going back to Jesus, he told people that people had told, the world had told these people that they had no access to God and they were going to perish and die. And they were going to live in hell for the rest of all eternity. And Jesus came and said, that's not true. You can be forgiven if you proclaim out of your mouth that my God is real, and you ask for his forgiveness, and you walk in his ways, and you baptize yourself in the waters, then he is yours to receive. Do these 3 things, and follow these 10 rules, these 10 commandments, and always be with him, and he is always with you. He gave God to everybody that they said couldn't have God. But the people that said they had God couldn't find him, couldn't see the God. They were so mad. They didn't, because they didn't walk in faith or hope. They couldn't see this God in their books. And that's what it means coming down to me. They can't manifest. They don't see spirits. They talk about it. I'm calling in my ancestors. I'm calling in the highest level of light. I'm talking to... No, they haven't. They try. They try to imagine God, having a conversation with him. They try just to make their flesh feel good, because when you're in the presence of God, it's... I don't want to say it's not a good feeling. It's a fearful feeling. And the closest you'll probably ever get in this life, I gotta be honest, is Gabriel. When that angel comes to speak to you, that's the closest thing most of you will get to God. But anything higher than him would only scare you more and more. When the cherubim come, when the principalities come, when the virtues come, when the seraphim come, when the fucking choirs and the thrones come in, it's only more and more terrifying to the skin. And that's the truth. Alright, during your sleep time, your physical body is held inside of a chamber until you awaken the next morning. I do this in the meditation all day. I'm in an autopilot. I look like I'm fully awake, but I'm not here. This creates a safe psychic environment for you to do deeper processing and healing in your dreams, as well as receive spiritual help. Any healing needed by your physical body and aura to enable you to integrate your dream experiences into your life is done by the Palladian healing team, while the Palladian archangels work with your astral body in the higher realms. When I do sleep chamber sessions, I always sleep more deeply and experience my dreams as more lucid, easier to remember, and more profoundly symbolic and meaningful. Right? So if I go into a sleep during the daytime, bro, it is in fucking tense. Right? I don't just pass out. I'm out, bro. Out like a light. And I wake up in a whole nother world. I don't even know where I am. Students have reported similar experiences as a result as well. I generally ask for whatever is in my highest good at the time to take place in my dreams. And that's it. Can you please guide me through this? Meaning people want to know where they go. I don't care. I mean, I come back and I'll remember it. And that's what I'll say. I was visiting Russ. I saw Russ in my dreams. I was visiting with Russ. You know what I mean? Some of that stuff, I'll see some of them out there. But not usually, no. You know what I mean? It's just, you travel so far, you can't bring everything back. A memory is too heavy. That's why they got to come in just simple visions. You can't hold all that. You may choose to make this request also. You may prefer to ask for dreams about specific issues you are working on in your life. For instance, if you're feeling a lack of self-confidence and are having a hard time asserting yourself as a result, ask the Palladians and the Christ to give you the dream that reveals the source of the problem that you can help heal it. And that's it. You guys can, go to sleep and ask them. I do it during the waking world. What are we working on? What's going on, God? No, hold on. I'm trying to figure out if there was anything more about this sleep chamber. After grounding yourself and pulling your aura in, run energy while replaying the dream in your mind and blowing roses. If certain images are especially strong, put the actual scene in a big rose and blow it up a few times. By the time we read this, you should have learned how to use the roses. Again, we haven't learned it. I'm jumping into the future, obviously. Then replay the movie the way that it would be, you would like it to be played. This is called reframing. Okay, they're teaching me something. And this is what happens when we go back to what I do with I call it reprogramming. We go back and we look at a memory and we reframe it. We change how we look at it. It's still the same memory, but we're going to change how we look at this memory. Reframing dreams is a powerful way to recreate your own reality and clear subconscious blocks. And that's what I mean, is we go back and we look at these memories, but we change the way we looked at them. You may also ask for instructions and teachings to be given to you during your sleep. If you do, be specific about what you want, unless you ask for whatever is in your highest good at the time. If, for example, you wish to learn about your higher purpose or how to have more faith, simply specify your request after bringing the chamber around you. Then, first thing the next morning, either write down your dreams or go immediately into meditation to decipher and integrate the information. And that's what I do. As soon as I wake up, I go into immediate meditation. I don't do a bunch of shit. I literally go straight outside. I light a cigarette, which is a smoke flow, right? I'm cleaning out my chakras, and I turn on music. Frequencies. I'm doing that right away. And as I'm just sitting there, that's putting my body, turning on all the fucking switches on my body. And now as it's flowing, I can just sit there, and now all this stuff comes through. And that's what I mean. Marshall would get all kinds of shit in the morning. So fast. So many different things we would talk about. I'd talk about all kinds of fucking shit. These chamber sessions vary greatly every time you do them because your sleep and dreams needs change very rapidly. It's difficult to adequately describe the details about a sleep chamber for this reason. When you're ready to experience this session, go to bed. Complete the usual steps for opening the chamber sessions listed in the beginning of this chapter. Then ask that the sleep chamber of light be brought around your entire aura and body and kept there until the next morning or until your nap is over. Again, I'm seeing this thing. I used to pray over myself when I realized I was astral traveling as I would go to sleep. I would say a prayer. I did it for about 7 days, and then I just didn't. And that's ritual work. I don't have to do incantations more than a few times to put them in play. And when are they in play? When I believe it's there and I don't have to remind myself. Prayer is only a reminder. I pray to God because I'm weak in my resolve. In the essence, I don't know what's going on, and I don't feel so good right now, God, so I need more reassurance. I'm going to pray to you. I'm going to talk to you. Now, that's what I was talking about, you guys begging God. Please, God, please, God, please, God, please. You don't have any faith that he'll take care of it. You're always reaffirming that prayer because you don't have faith. You feel like you have to keep asking him over and over and over for it to make it be. So going back to this, I didn't do whatever this sleep chamber activation is. But before I would go to sleep, I taught people that in the beginning. I would pray over my body. Let me try to remember what I said. I would ask God to place me, as I lay me down to sleep, place my body beyond the fires of truth and justice. In the garden of Eden. And anybody trying to, what did I say? What was my prayer? Anybody trying to find me or trying to astral travel upon me shall be locked in the gates to which they've came, never allowed to return to their bodies again. I caught them like flies for months. You would hear all my readers talking about people are stuck in the astral realms. They can't get back to their bodies. They can't get back to their bodies. And that's it. I prayed it. God put me, actually I asked for the room of mirrors. I sleep in the room of mirrors. Place me in the room of mirrors beyond the fires of truth and justice, there in the Garden of Eden. Anyone trying to access me through astral travel shall be locked in the gates to which they've come, never allowed to return to their body to do it to another. I said it over and over, and I taught other people to say that. Place me in the room of mirrors. What does that mean? As soon as they come to me, they're faced with nothing but mirrors. They can't even see me. I'm beyond the mirror. I'm on the other side of the mirror. All you're going to find looking for me is you. All right? But where is this place? It's on the other side of truth and justice. You must first go through truth and justice to face these mirrors. And where does that lie? In the kingdom of God, which is nothing more than the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden was the kingdom of God. So I made it clear where I sleep, but what you had to go through to find me. And that's why I said, if you can come to me, then you've walked through all of the, you know what I mean? And that's Baba Yaga. Complete these 3 tasks, and you should have whatever you ask. And I'd see Russ in there, and I'd freak out. What the fuck are you? How did you find me? How are you here? This is the sacred place. Only sacred beings may be here. And that would kind of eliminate this idea of his evil powers. He can't be all evil and be in the light with me. He can't be all evil and be in the light with me. Evil can't, you know what I mean? Darkness can't. Darkness flees in the light, but I'll go in the light and he's there. Him and his person? No, his higher self. We're all of the light. But once you put on the body, you become a dark motherfucker. And that's what happened. I was the Shekinah before God put me in the human form. He made me darkness. The skin made me darkness. Being human makes everyone dark. We have to find our way back to the light. I was nothing but light before he put me in the skin. And I hated it. I hated it. Why did you make me this way? And that's what it means to be Luciferian. That what it means to be dark, is to reject God and what he's done in your life, to reject the life he's given you, to reject your body. And it goes back to Jonica, and I'm going to stop here. At least she honors her hair. She started somewhere. She's honoring that God gave her black hair, and she's going to try to wear it today. She might not like it tomorrow. I don't always like my life. I don't always like being a homeless brother. I don't have to like it. I have to have reverence for the fact that this is what God's chosen. And that's where it is you want to be, you want to covet, you want to love, you want somebody else's life. And you don't have any respect for the life God has given you, and how important you are, and how much he loves you, and how he created this life just for you. Lucifer didn't understand that, and neither did I. I learned, though, and once I started to learn God, I started to teach God, and I always taught God. I taught Adam and Eve. I tried to. And again, I hated God. Why did you even do this? He gave me an opportunity to play goddess with him, even though I rejected the opportunity. You know what I mean? He wanted me to be goddess on earth, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to play goddess to his God. I didn't want to play second fiddle to his God. Meaning, Adam, no, you have no more power than me. You are the same as me. We are the same. But in that's where this all fucked up, right? Look back at what it was. I went from we're the same to you are nothing. That's what happened. We're the same to you are nothing. Meaning I wouldn't submit to Adam because he tried to put himself superior to me, and I knew us to be the same, and that children of God, and that I didn't need him to be my God. I had God. So I rejected him and this whole idea of playing goddess on this planet. So then here comes another opportunity to play God, and that's the tree. Why did you even create that tree? Why did you fill that tree with all your power and tell them not to touch it and let me give it to them? Why did he let Lucifer start a heaven? He didn't destroy Lucifer for what he did. He said, fine. If you want to reign over the darkness, then go down there, where they, and that's it. He knew we were going to be dark, and we needed a leader in our darkness, someone that could identify with our feelings. Why do people pray to Lucifer? Because Lucifer holds all those dark feelings we have. Why do you pray to Lilith? Because Lilith holds all those dark feelings you have. Jesus doesn't know, as what you think. He doesn't know what it meant to sin and then to feel the shame of sin. He was, that's it. You don't go to the priest when you just did, when you're high on cocaine and you've just been fucking all night and you might have an STD and you just, rob somebody's purse and shit. You don't really want to go to God and tell him some shit like that. But you'll go to another crackhead and tell him how you did some crackhead shit. And that crackhead will make you feel okay about being a crackhead because they're a crackhead too. Was God not there when you were being a crackhead doing all this shit? Did he not bring you this crackhead companion to do some crackhead shit? That's what the fucking patriarchy makes you believe, is that you're set apart from God. God tried so, you know what I mean? You want to be dark, then I'll find someone dark for you to make you happy. Whatever. That's all he wants, is for us to be happy. He's trying to find ways to, you know what I mean? But ultimately, he knows that the dark ways are not going to make us happy. We've been in the dark ages forever, and it's never been good. So he's going to clean it all up with light. The only way to get through the dark is to find our way through the light, because now it's going to turn all dark. And if all you do is feed off the darkness and it consumes you, then it's just going to eat you up and you're going to die. Truthfully, you're just going to die. You're not going to live a good life. You're not going to experience the glories of God in this life. Which was what? The fruits of the spirits. Love, joy, peace, happiness, faithfulness, long-suffering, forgiveness, gentleness, kindness. You can't experience those things. Those are things of God, right? Those good feelings. You can't have those good feelings when you have all of these bad feelings. Supposedly, you say they're bad. You say that they're devil feelings and shit like that. You know what I mean? So we have to work through these bad feelings to get to our good feelings. And only that. It's like, you know, my life, there's nothing good about my life. But I can feel good about it. Or I can feel bad about it. And that's becoming a victim to the circumstance and hating God and those around you for what the life that you have. Now you're a devil or a demon or a Lilith. Why did you make me this way, God? That's not loving God. It's not loving yourself. He made you this way because you're a certain part of him that's very special. You know what I mean? Pac didn't ask why God made him poor, made his mom a crackhead, made him struggle, made him get shot, it made sense to him. You know what I mean? Kobe didn't ask why. It made sense. Why? Because I get it. I get it. And that goes back to DMX. Why are you in jail? Why? Because God wants me to meet someone in here. And he wants me to tell them that Christ loves them. Why the fuck am I here, God? Why am I homeless, God? Because I want you to spread my word to these people. Show them that they can be homeless and happy. They can be homeless and hopeful. They can be homeless and kind. They can be homeless and gentle. They can be homeless and go through this long suffering and be forgiving and loving. Show them. Be me for them. My God. I don't want to. But okay. I'll do what you say, God. That's it. Humility. This isn't a life that I wanted, but this is the life that God wanted for me, and I'm going to live it the best I can, like Martin Luther King said. If you're going to sweep the streets, sweep them like Da Vinci paints a masterpiece. If you're going to put me here, God, then I'm going to do my best to be nice to these people and show them that you're real. And I'll do whatever you say, God. I really wish I would have had a better life, God. And then he shows you did. And you're like, oh. And that's what me and my kids were talking about just before I got on here. The little boy came up to the room to visit with her, but her tummy didn't feel well, and I didn't understand why she didn't go to see him. But then she reminded me her moon cycle. And I was like, oh, yeah, God, that's going to get me. That's what's wrong with me. I'm preparing for a moon cycle. I'm getting tired. I'm getting pains. Anyways, that's what I realized right away. But anyways, the boy comes up, and I talk to her. You know, I'm on the phone with her, and I was like, you know, he's a great little guy, and you're just a light for him. You know, we might leave here one day, and he'll always remember that he had a little friend. You know what I mean? You were a little friend to him. And who knows where he'll go. So, you know, we know where we came from. I said, we came from a great life. We did. We had lavish birthday parties. We had everything. We came from a great life. Some of them haven't seen that great life yet. And I can't say that they will. But we've seen both lives. And we're only here for a little bit. We don't know where they go. So make sure you share your time, with these people and your happiness. He's got a little crush on her, I think. And he shows up with this big old hot pocket, an extra large hot pocket that I do believe he was going to share with her, but she didn't want to come out. And what did he want from her? He just wants to look at her. He just wants to hear what she's got to say. He just wants to talk with her. He just wants a friend. That's all he wants. And if you can give that to him, you could change that little boy's life. Because when he leaves here, who's going to be his friend? I don't know where God's going to take him and if somebody else is going to come and be nice to him. But you have a chance to be nice to him. Be nice to him. And that's what God wants us to do here. Just be nice to them. They need a friend. And as much as I'm talking about that poor little boy, that's all we really need. All of us. Somebody to be nice to us. Be our friend. That's what my daughter said earlier in my video. It's like, I don't need a man. I just need a friend. I never needed a man. I needed a friend. God made me a man. He made me a woman. He made me God and goddess. He didn't make me no friends. Every time I made friends in the tree, he kicked me out. Now they're all my friends. And they love me, and I look at them like, I don't know you. And that's my real life friends. I don't know you. Hey, it's me. I don't know you. I don't know you, Bobby. I don't know my kids. I don't know anything. See? I'm going through all types of realities. And it all leaks out into this reality. He created this world as a reflection of all the other worlds. Right? All your lives come to this life, and you're like, this is the worst life ever. This is the most important life, because this is the life of all the things that you didn't finish in all your other lives. You had other lives, but now you have to do the hard work. All the hard work you didn't do in the other lives, you got to do in this life. And be done with these lives, so you don't have to be in this form ever again. In essence, I never wanted to be in the human form. That's why I said I'm not coming back to this. He put me in the human form to work for him. But that I'm limitless outside of the human form. I'm nothing but his servant in this form. You know what I mean? Going back to Morgan, going back to, all of it. I had a great calling that you're like, she was just an independent goddess or witch. Nah, bro. Going back to Medusa, all I did was serve God. And look what he did to me. Look at what my serving to God got me. And that's how a lot of people will rebel against God. It's like, this is your God. That's going back to Job. This is your God? Look at how your God takes care of you. And that's how people look at me. You have nothing to show for your God. You don't understand God. I have peace. You have everything in this world and no peace. Because you don't have God. You can have everything. That's Kanye. If I talk about Jesus, my records won't get played. As soon as I started talking about God, he put my music to rest. But I was all those things. I was real powerful in my skin. I had a name. I had a fucking address. I had all these things that you have in my skin. What do I have now? Peace. And great stuff. I still don't really... Taz is real friendly, but it's just like, everybody that comes in. Once I move out of here, will I talk to her again? Were we only friends because I provided rides to her and I lived right next to her? That's the end of our friendship. It was just a time and space. While we occupied the same space, you were just a companion. And now I'll have to go on and make new friends. Short, what is it? Single serving friends for that single period of my life. I can't ever take anyone with me. Never. I keep trying. Nobody's ever going in the same direction as me. They're just people along the way. It's like going back to Tree. Was he my friend, or he was just there while I was going through that? I was going, and Russ. I resonated with Russ when I was making music. We had everything in common until I didn't have anything to do with that life, and now we have nothing in common. But yet I keep trying to make you part of my world. I can sync to your guys' worlds and to your realities, but can you come into a real world, a real reality? And that's where it is. It's like, oh God. For 2 years, I've just been trying to drag a bunch of dead horses to the finish line. And they haven't even, there's no way to even start like that. As soon as I pull one inch, I gotta go back and get all the other 5, 6, 7 of them. Oh, and then there's that guy. God. And while I'm trying to drag him just 1 inch, all the rest of them, I lose control of them, and they're all fucking retrograding and doing weird shit and all in their fucking feelings. And I'm supposed to rally these fucking sheep that are all running the wrong direction towards God. And I don't even like animals. That's kind of how it feels. But I can't not do it. It's inside of me to do these things. Oh no. A lot just flowed out. And again, I'm just where I'm at, where all I want is a meal and to curl up in my blanket. Meaning, as soon as I go to sleep, it's just my body's had so much. And that's why I said my soul's fucking wearing my body out, bro. Like, how much can I do? And I got a text message again, too. They sent me a message just now before I woke up. Before I went to sleep. Possible snow removal Friday night, Saturday morning. Are you interested? So again, he could be trying to, save my energy for that. I never know. And that's where you learn to, you give up all control. We're in another 2-hour video. You just let God take control and you try to understand what he's doing with you, and that's all that this is about. Instead of having control yourself, and in the essence, in the pursuit of control, you're losing control of your whole life. Trying to control others, trying to control the weather, trying to control your money, trying to control your kids, trying to control what will be, when you have no idea what is happening right now. Even though you fully do, because you've read it in books and you've seen it in movies. You know what's happening right now, but you don't want to face that this is really happening. So instead, you're trying to hold on to old shit, an old way of living. You're just trying to maintain. I'm just trying to pay my bills. I'm just trying to go to work every day. I'm just trying to act like the fucking, you know what I mean? This is, if minding your business was a human being, that would be you. You're just minding your business. It's not even real. Wake up. You know that this is literally the end of time. Most of them are walking in fear, but let's walk in faith and hope and get through these times. Don't be an idiot and act like this isn't happening, bro. How fucking dumb how dumb are you dumbing yourself down? You're not dumb. Your mind is lying to you, bro. It's trying to keep you busy so you can't see what's going on around you. The reason it wants you to keep you busy is it wants to keep you safe. Because when you look up, you realize we are in an unsafe place and I have no control what's happening. So your mind's trying to keep you busy in places where it thinks you have control. But you don't have control over work. No matter how much you work, you don't get enough. No matter how much you work, it's not enough. So how are you controlling this situation? It's controlling you. I know. I sound like that bitch from fucking Doctor Strange. It's some strange shit. And that's how you learn God. Is that he's all chaos. And that's what's wrong with me. I'm God. What's wrong with fucking Kanye? That's what happens when you don't control God inside of you. And you try to filter God through your own selfish ambitions and your thoughts. What's wrong with Russ? What's wrong with Marshall? What's wrong with Lewis? This is what happens when you have all the power of God and a single mind, a single fucking a single thought that that you're God. And I don't know, dumb, I guess, just dumb. I don't know. I gave you a whole lot. I'm gonna have to watch this and maybe I'll post some other stuff. But the planets are coming with a lot of intense wake up energy. They're shining light on all areas of our lives. I don't know how we're gonna fix all areas at one point, but that's the last thing you want, is them to shove you into all areas of your life at the same time. And that's where I'm seeing the beginning of my awakening. The dark practitioner shoving me into all my shit at one time. I almost shit myself. Literally, like, fuck. It was so hard. So with this planet coming in, all these planets coming in on Saturday, which again is pushing your limits on a Saturn, your limitations, your reality, and your age. All of this is really gonna, we're building up to greatness. But in a sense of, this is gonna destroy us. We're gonna come out of here with higher consciousness, higher perspective, and all that. But we got to go through some real low vibrational shit to get there. Understand that. And I know specifically what's going to do mine. I'm literally going to a show where all kinds of fucked up fucking feelings and limitations and beliefs and hurt and reality is about to hit me in the face. I'm literally walking into hell to get blasted. I'm going to come out stronger than I was, but I promise you I'm going to go through every fucking emotion there ever could have been when I walk up in that bitch. I'm going to have to face all my fears, all of my tears, all of my memories of these people. I'm going to have to face the fact of letting, the betrayal, everything in my face and hold my composure. Talk about endurance. You're going to act like you always acted? Or are you going to handle this? Are you ready to handle this? You ready to handle this? If God's putting me in the fucking lion's den, literally, then he says I'm ready. It doesn't matter if I don't think I'm ready. Kobe says I'm ready. Kobe signed me up for this. He said she's ready. She's ready. Give her the fucking vision. Tell her she's going. Tell her now. It's going to give her, we'll work on it. Again, I said I wasn't going on Monday. I was like, this is some bitch ass shit. I ain't going. Then they said, you're fucking going. Alright, I'm going. Fight your fears. You're going. They prepared me for this battle. Only because, and what is the battle? It's going to happen inside of me. Nobody's going to hurt me. I'm going to be hurt with my own realities. Of how I looked at you people, and I put you people above me. And and how you fucking people, I gave you all this power to hurt me. That's what that means when we visit these moments. Yeah, I don't really want to do it, and I definitely don't want to spend money on it. I'm a homeless brother that don't be spending money on shit like this. No, they're like, you're even gonna pay for this, meaning okay. I'm going against all of it. Like I didn't even buy myself a dress, but I gotta buy a ticket for your bullshit. You know what I mean? And that's it. I don't want to do any of this. But God says I can do this. That I'm prepared for this. That he wants me to walk in this challenge, into this ring. And be Christ. Be Christ-like. Don't be Lilith? Nope. Be Christ-like. Always be Lilith, but be Christ-like about it. That's pretty much it. And that's it. That's the healing. What's going to happen? Am I going to turn into a Lucifer or a Christ in that moment of my feelings? What are they going to bring out? Are they going to bring out the dark or the light? They're not supposed to bring out anything. I'm supposed to bring it out. That's what it means is you got to get to a place where nobody can get you bothered. That no matter what they say or do, you're not bothered by them because you control your feelings as they come. And you don't act in them every time somebody says something you don't like. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Hey, get ready. It's Friday then. Saturday, Sunday. What?